First of all, Sean, can I just get your initial impressions on the game?
Yeah, I think we competed well enough in the first half. But second half we were a little bit better, had a better flow. We just couldn't get a rhythm. Too many soft giveaways in the first half. Had a few chances early, just didn't create it, just didn't get anything out of them. But some of us battled and some of us didn't and competed, and that's something that we have to go back and look at and see. I think the good thing is we were able to get some players some time as well and get them back into a rhythm. But now we're starting to get into the heat of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. And the benefit for us is we're stuck in our position. We can't go up or we can't go down. So we're able to do some different things and rest some players here and there going into this break. But yeah, I'm disappointed just because it's a soft goal to give up, to be honest. But I felt that the response in the second half was better than the overall performance in the first half.
Yeah, it was two set pieces, like right in the same area, just within a couple minutes of each other. Is there a message to the team to just kind of be more aware and mindful when you've got a team that was really in a high intensity period of play like Bay?
No, I mean, I think our players knew what the situation was in regards to how the goal happened. I have to go back and look, but some of my coaches are telling me it's not a foul. But they called it, so it's a foul. So, but we got to do better on the marking. It's just it's a soft one for me. And but I thought we defended their front group really well today. I give KK and Malia a lot of credit because they were under immense amount of pressure because of our movements and how we had to rotate. It left KK and Malia having to do a little bit extra work. Sully was doing a lot of work in the middle as well to try and clean up some pieces and in typical Sully fashion. But look, at the end of the day, the message is we just have to grow from it. We've lost 3 games in 16 games, something like that, something crazy, for a team that lost 6 in a row in the beginning of the year. So there's a lot of positives to come from it. The unfortunate thing is we go off into international breaks and we're going to take a couple of days off to reset and let our players just get their minds off things. And then we'll come back to work later in the week. But yeah, I mean, if anything, maybe it's a good moment to have these types of results where it doesn't really punish us. It gives us an idea of where we're at, where players are at, and know what we have to do to perform the last game of the season and going into playoffs. So we're not in desperation mode. That's the benefit. We can just stay the next couple of weeks and continue to work and figure out things we can be better at. But I would like us to, be better in terms of putting on performances and consistently over 90 minutes.
And is that kind of the blessing of kind of having that fixed position in the table right now, is that you can kind of put that lineup out there and start getting these players to gel together, like getting Caroline and Manaka and Ashley Sanchez kind of into a groove before you hit the playoff run?
Well, if they're going to play, they got to perform. I'll leave it at that. You don't get freebies here. And I think, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I mean, if you're going to play, you got to perform, and you got to perform for the crest, and you got to compete on both sides of the ball. That's everybody. And I say that as a team, not just any particular, like for us to gel, we have to all be competing at the same piece. That's when we're at our best, when we're all defending properly. And we're all going to have moments of lapse. But I think the thing that killed us was just the inconsistency in moments. Like in some moments, certain players did it really well. Next moments, other players did it really well. It just wasn't cohesive. And I think part of it was because we got some different players, some different time as well, just to, balance things out a little bit. But, and that's part of our job. But if anything, it's just a learning moment. It's not anything that's it's not a death sentence in terms of that. It's not like we're knocked out of anything. But if anything, when we go back and they go back and look at the video, they'll see, man, I didn't defend properly there, or I didn't compete here. I think the perfect example is in the 85th minute, whatever, Haley Hawkins makes a 50-yard run to recover. That reminded me of Lynn Williams back in 2019 final.
Yeah.
So if Haley can do that over 50 yards, why can't people do that at 5 yards? right? So that's the thing that when we go back at the video, we'll break down for them. And to be fair, I think it was just one of those days. I don't think we haven't been that way all year, but we just learned from it. We're in this together. But we need everybody to be in this together, right? And we have to be great. We all have to be great. The individuals have to be great for us to be collectively great. And that's something we keep pushing. But I have no doubt in my mind, the character of this group, the resilience of this group, and we're going to be perfectly fine come the next couple of weeks. Sometimes you need to go through these moments to sort of let us look back at things and say, okay, we got to keep charging and not get complacent. And sometimes these moments are really good.
I think that's pretty much all that I had for tonight. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Jake. Safe journeys.
Appreciate it. You too. Thanks.